Hey there, it's David from Project 42 and Musicians React. So, today the reaction is a track by the band Misery Loves Company, and its track is Prove Me Wrong. I have to be honest, I've never heard any Misery Loves Company at all. I know of the band as a band someone's mentioned before from the 90s, so I thought it was about time I actually go and checked them out. So I'm kind of excited about checking out a band I've never really heard. So as always, just a reminder, if you've got any bands you'd like me to check out, if you're an unsigned band, if you're a musician and you'd like me to check out your track, please send me a message and I will happily go and do that for you. I'm always up for finding out new tracks, and that's why I'm kind of excited today, because I get to try and listen to a new song, and I'm really hoping it's something I really like. As always, I pause and stop the song as I go through it, just to talk about it from a musician point of view, whether I liked how they wrote it, what did I think they were doing when they wrote it, what works well, what doesn't work well, etc, etc. That's really it. So without further ado, this is Misery Loves Company, Prove Me Wrong. I'm gonna kind of guess they're a kind of industrial based band, kind of Ministry. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, just let me know. So far, I quite like the intro, the acoustic guitar part. Kind of reminds me of some early Deftones pieces, some of those sort of stuff. Let's keep going. I like how the hi-hat sound there is actually an electronic hi-hat rather than a normal cymbal, unless it is a normal cymbal and they've just changed the EQ and put sample over it. But yeah, it's got a kind of a cool vibe now, unless it's going to kick off soon. If it carries on like this, it will start to get quite boring quite soon, so I'm going to guess that they're going to change it up in a second. Okay, so minute and 35 in, and it was still going through this. What fit? To be honest, this kind of feels like an intro to me. I don't mind if this sort of style of music carries on, but it needs to have a break at some point. It needs to get aggressive. It needs to kind of bring in the big guitars, the music, the heaviness, and then cut back to it. I think if after a minute and 35 we're still going through that same sort of style, I'm now, even as a musician, I'm struggling to keep like my attention on the song. I'm getting abstract. I'm starting to look around the room a little bit more. So hopefully it's going to change up in a minute. So kind of like the way the beats come in. It's got kind of a nice like boom, dum, boom, 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 dum. It's got like a kind of nice sort of like melodic groove to it, but at least they've changed it up. I actually think they could have done that the first time round. I don't think they needed to wait until about 2 minutes into the song to do that. Okay, so the song's changed up tempo, so we've kind of got to a heavy guitar and the beat's kicked in solid beat. But the problem is the vocals haven't changed in any shape or form, so it means that it just feels like a continuation. And after 2 minutes and 50 seconds, with 3 minutes, half most songs I've reviewed recently have finished by now, and I still feel we haven't got to the meat and bones of the song here. I don't know if this is how the song was designed, but it just feels a little monotonous. Let's keep going. I always kind of want this guy to be changing his pitch and his vocals here. This just feels like going up higher and just pushing his vocals. He's singing within the same key, and it's almost monotone. It feels, and I don't know if that's just because the guy hasn't got the range and he can't do it. And considering I've been listening to a lot of like Alter Bridge on reactions recently, so I'm talking about a guy that can scale up like Miles Kennedy. So for this, I'm kind of going, it feels like the got it around. I'm almost thinking like 9 Inch Nails, like Trent Reznor, just giving it full on aggression. This guy hasn't done that yet, and that's what's lacking for this song to me. It hasn't got the aggressive nature. Okay, someone's going to post and say, oh yeah, but you can hear the voice, you've got someone screaming, oh, wrong. I get that, but you can hear his other vocal line behind it and they're in the same key. So what we haven't done is we haven't pushed it up to another octave, and that's what's missing. There isn't the panic in the voice here. Okay, so that's Misery Loves Company. Proves me wrong. I didn't go in there with any anticipations. I was hoping to find a band that I really liked. Unfortunately, coming on this, there's no real reason for me to go and check out Misery Loves Company. It had a really good concept. I mean, I like the basics of the track, but to me, this felt like a track that was a rough idea before the band kicked in. This would be the sort of thing you would take to a rehearsal and go, this is what our idea of the track is, and let everyone spitball ideas on dynamics. There's no dynamics to the song. It felt like I've just had 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the same gen. and I don't really remember any significant changes. Yes, it got heavier and a little bit of waste, but it never changed. The voice never changed. He's still singing the same style. And I'd have liked to see more variation. I'd have liked to felt that there was more to the song. So from this point of view, I don't think it was a great song. If you love Misery Loves Company, or you know of Misery Loves Company, and you think there's a better song that I should have reviewed or reacted to, please let me know, and I will definitely go back and do a second reaction and see if you can prove me wrong. Also, as I said previously at the start of the video, if you have any bands that you think I should check out, please let me know. Any more information on bands, I'm always interested to hear about that. And as always, please like, share, comment and subscribe. I always do appreciate that. And thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on another video.